What is going on, YouTube? This is the Blue Oval Driver here, and I'm going to show you how to handle a stick like a pro. That's what she said. That did come out wrong, I'll admit. Alright, let's get this party started. Alrighty, so with vehicles from all eras, there are two types of transmissions primarily. You have an automatic transmission, which you just put into gear and you drive, you just use the brake. You're not really driving, you're just steering the vehicle, in my opinion. Then, if you want to get, cool and act like you're young and have some fun, you got a manual transmission where you have to shift the gears yourself as you drive. Alright? So, it's not that tedious of a task. You can learn it pretty easily. My dad taught me. He tried teaching my older sister. Notice I said tried. Alright, so what you want to do is you want to get into an open area such as this abandoned Kmart parking lot that I'm in. Generally leveled, but this one's actually pretty useful because it's got a little bit of a hilly area here and there, so I can show you how to get in first gear on a hill and everything like that. Alright, so first things first, my vehicle's already started, but if you already know how to start a manual, you can skip this step. But in order to start it, make sure you're in neutral, which is in the center of all the gears, and you can wobble the shifter like that, and it wobbles like that. Alright? Make sure you got your emergency brake on or off, depending if you have your foot applied to the regular brakes. And what you want to do is you want to push the clutch all the way in like so, and then you want to turn the key. Mine's already running, so I'm not going to do that. It will not start unless you press the clutch in, okay? Let me just get that out of there. Alright, so here's what we're going to do. After you start the vehicle, and you're on a flat surface, and you have your parking brake disengaged. Mine's right here on the floor. Sometimes on cars they'll have it right here, but this is a pickup truck 91 Ford Ranger. So what you're going to want to do is you want to push the clutch in, and you just want to play with the gears and learn how the gears work. You can do this with the vehicle off as well, so you just want to play with the gears, see where all the gears are. Okay? Most gears on American made vehicles and some Japanese made vehicles, it's a giant H. It goes like this. Usually they'll display it on the factory shifter, but I don't have a factory shifter. So usually up in it's like a giant H up where my finger is right now in the top left hand corner is first gear. It goes second gear, third gear, fourth gear, fifth gear, and then reverse. This is a 5-speed transmission. I've seen some German cars come into the shop that I work at, and you have to push down on the shifter and put it into first gear, and that's how you go into reverse. So this one's pretty straightforward, pretty down to earth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, reverse. So what you're going to want to do is, you want to play with the clutch and find out where the bite point is. The bite point, I'll show you, is where this is the bite point. You push the clutch in and you can feel where it starts to spring back up at a certain point, and that's called your bite point, where the vehicle is going to start moving. I'm in neutral right now, so it's not moving at all. Okay, so what you want to do is, just want to learn where it is. Mine is right here, about halfway depressed with the clutch. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to go right here. Push the clutch all the way in, put it in the first gear. You're going to want to go down here, and you're going to want to feather the clutch a little bit if it's your first time. And give it some gas when you start to feel the vehicle roll. And now we are rolling. I'll show you. We are rolling right now. Okay, so now we're back at a stop. Now when coming to a stop in a vehicle with a manual transmission, you can have a couple of options. You can either push the clutch in and throw it into neutral, which is right now, and just slowly apply the brake like you're in an automatic, and you'll come to a stop. I wouldn't recommend doing it at high speeds and you're in like fourth gear, because that's not the healthiest thing to do with the transmission. In that case, you'll want to downshift, which I will put in a future video, how to downshift, because it's a little bit more complicated than that, and also how to rev match. Now, option number 2 is you can hold down if you're at 10 miles per hour or less, or maybe 20 miles per hour or less, hold down the clutch, keep it fully depressed to the floor, and just use the brake. And then once you come to a complete stop, throw it in neutral. So either one works. It's not that big of a deal which one you choose. I downshift and then I throw it in a neutral and then come to a complete stop. That's my style. It all depends on what vehicle you have, what style you like. So it's all depends on what you want. It's your vehicle, so go ahead and do whatever you want. I'm not going to be there to decide for you. Alrighty, so now what we're going to focus on before we do reverse is actually shifting the gears while you're driving. So what you want to do is go clutch in, first gear, slowly release the clutch, get rolling. It's normal if you stall out the first couple of times. That's perfectly normal. We all have done that. All right, so you want to keep driving, and then when you get the RPMs up, clutch in, second gear, slowly let the clutch out, and you do not have to give it gas when you do that, but you can if you want. So turn the wheel. Just want to play like that. There's not too much space for me to hit third gear, but I'll see if I can. Clutch in, clutch out, and then you just want to eventually come to a stop. And now we're at a stop. Okay? Alright, last thing for this video today is we're going to talk about how to do the reverse in a vehicle with a manual transmission. So what you're going to do is you want to put the clutch in, put it in that back right gear on this truck for example right here. Slowly let the clutch out, give it a little bit of gas like usual with first gear. It's just like first gear, but you're going backwards. Right, and now we're rolling. So we're rolling backwards. And of course come to a stop, put in neutral, hold down the brake. Do it one more time for you. Clutch in, put it in reverse. And now let the clutch out, give it some gas, and we're rolling again. Come back to a stop. And there you go. That's how you do reverse in a manual. The best way to learn how to drive a manual transmission vehicle is, of course, to actually do it, you know, kinesthetically, hands, eyes, everything. Have it right in front of you. So it's kind of hard to teach you online like this, but I'm sure a lot of people have done it before. But you want to have the vehicle in front of you. You have a friend or a relative that has one, ask them, hey, I'll buy you lunch if you show me how to drive it. So, you know, just general stuff like that. Alright, thank you YouTubers for watching my video. If it helped you at all, you just enjoyed it, please drop a like and subscribe, and I will be posting more maintenance videos shortly. I'm doing a tune-up on an F-150 here pretty soon. I'll be changing my oil and my Ranger pretty soon, so I'll show you how to do that. All types of fun stuff. Thank you very much.